This video is sponsored by Casetify.
All right, so let's get into it, man. More Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 content, but this time we had to bring the iPhone 12 Pro Max in the picture. Now, no, I am not one of those people who loves to compare Android to iPhones. Me personally, I feel like they're their own things and they should be left alone and not compared, but you guys know I do love my iPhones. I've said this before, man. I made a previous video talking about me potentially switching from the iPhone to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 because this thing has me crazy intrigued. I haven't really picked up the iPhone until today to do this video. So I was thinking to myself, there are so many of you guys in the comments talking about you're going from the iPhone to the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Whether you have an older iPhone, whether you have an 11 series, a 10, a 12 series, a lot of you seem to be making the switch. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder why is that? Why is everybody so intrigued with the foldable phone? So I was like, you know what? Let me do a quick video saying the things that iPhone, yes, iPhone over there in Cupertino, should take notes from the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 and the foldables that's out there in the market. So let's get into a few things that the iPhone needs to learn. All right, first up is kind of what you see in front of us here, man. Always on display. Now, I know we're on the brink of the iPhone 13. All right, I know that. I know some of these things may be debunked and we might see it, but let's just be real. We're talking about Apple. They may not give us anything that we want to see, but always on display has always been one of my favorite features from being on Android, period. I feel like every phone should have always on display, and it's just so easy. I mean, look at it right here. Now, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 has its own case because it actually has two always on display. So when you close it, you have your own display there. So when you open it, let's get back to the home screen. Boom, you have another always on display. Now you can even customize this to set it up how you want. You can change the clock styles. You can kind of do whatever to customize the always on display. And it's so clutch. I literally use it every single night, whether it's open, because I do leave my Z Flip open a lot of times, or most of the time it's going to be closed on my wireless charger. And sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I glance at my phone because I know soon we're gonna have to wake up and take my son to school and I need to know what time it is. There's nothing like just glancing over at your phone, seeing the time and seeing your notifications real quick and then going back to sleep or something like that. But when you got the iPhone, you're gonna have to tap it and then you kind of have to see what's going on. Now, that's not a deal breaker about tapping it, but it's all about convenience these days and seeing what you have going on with your phone when you want it to do. So iPhone, please, please, with this next iteration, hopefully an iPhone 13, please have some type of implementation of always on display, because I feel like there is no Apple user who potentially doesn't want that. If they don't want it, they haven't experienced it on Android, and it's just a clutch feature, like I said in the beginning, that I feel like every single iPhone should have. All right, so next up, this is kind of like a controversial one, man, because you got some people who just can't really tell the difference, but 120 hertz. Now, like I told you, I know we are on the brink of the iPhone 13 and they're rumoring to bring 120 hertz promotion to their iPhones. But once again, we can't trust Apple. They may not do anything, man, but I don't understand why we don't have it yet in iPhones. I'm looking at my iPad Pro over here and it has promotion and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, when you look at the iPhone with 60 hertz, it isn't terrible because I said it before, 60 hertz on Android is light years worse than 60 hertz on iOS, because iOS is just smooth. It can kind of get away with it. But at this point, we have to pick it up. So when you're thinking about the 60 hertz experience on the actual, okay, I'm about to say it froze up on me. I mean, it's not terrible. Let's look at it. I mean, it's not terrible at all. I'm not even sure if you'll be able to tell on video here, but having that experience on that 120 hertz, it's just a smooth experience. Like I love it. I mean, I know some people say they really can't tell the difference between 120, 90, 60. They don't really know what's going on. But for me, I can tell the difference between 60, 90, and 120 right away. Apple, you have it on your iPads. There's no reason why it isn't on your iPhone. And I've seen a lot of people, like I said, in the comment section say like, yo, I love this 120 hertz. Yes, it does take a hit on your battery life, no matter what phone you're rocking, no matter what Android phone you're rocking, it does take a hit on your battery life. But if you want that fluent experience, man, 120 hertz is absolutely the way to go. So Apple, bring us your promotion. You're probably going to make it 122 hertz or something just to have to step up on Android. But at this point, we're going to need a high refresh rate. All right, before we continue the video, man, let me go ahead and tell you about today's sponsor, and that's going to be Casetify. Now, I know we're talking about Samsungs, but a lot of you are going to keep rocking with your iPhones no matter what. And I want you guys to be safe and rock a case. So my my favorite cases for my iPhone, and that is going to be Casetify. Now, when it comes to Casetify cases, you have two models. You have the Impact series and you have the Ultra Impact. 6.6 feet of drop protection, 9.8 feet of drop protection. And I'm pretty sure you're wondering, how in the world do I know? Casetify is actually the first brand that I felt comfortable doing a drop test on my channel. Not once, but twice, man. And that's due to their Chi-Tech technology. And that's going to be their shock absorption material that you're going to be able to find inside of the frame of their cases, protecting all four corners. So when it comes to drop protection, Casetify definitely has you covered. And not only are these cases giving you that drop protection, these are probably some of the most customizable cases online. I'm talking about hundreds of prints that you can choose from, whether you want to put a monogram up there, whether you want to choose a certain print, you want to put your own letters, just anything that you want to do, you can go up there and customize these cases to match your lifestyle, to match your phone, whatever you want to do, they got you covered. Now, I know we're in a strange time right now where everybody's worried about germs and bacteria, but Casetify has you covered with Defensify. That's going to stop 99% of microbes and bacteria from even getting stuck on your case. So feel free to sit your case down anywhere. You'll definitely be good to go. Now, with all that being said, Casetify cases are made of 50% recycled materials, and the packaging 100% compostable materials, so you're not doing any harm to the environment. So if you want to go check one of these out, make sure you drop down below and visit the link www.casetify.com/technicallyt for 15% off your next case. Let's get back to the video. Now, for this next point, I gotta, we gotta go ahead and mask up for this next point, man, because this is gonna hit home when we are talking about this next thing that's going on. Now, I don't know about you, but I still wear my mask when I go places, fully vaccinated. I ain't gonna get into all that, but I still wear my mask when I go out and about. And it is so refreshing to have an Android phone to where you open it up and I look at it. Of course, it's gonna say no face detector because I have a mask on, but when you hit that fingerprint scanner, boom, it's on. I don't gotta think about it, man, because I have a fingerprint scanner. Now, I know all of you out there are going to say, no, but T, they got the iPhone to where you got to have your Apple Watch and then you can unlock it with your mask on for your app. I get that. Everybody does not have a Apple Watch. See what I'm saying? So they needed to where we can bring back Touch ID. That's it. Just bring back Touch ID at this point, because it's just a little bit, we gotta do it. You know what I mean? Just bring back Touch ID because it's just that more convenient when we are talking about unlocking or doing your phone. Every time I start reviewing an Android phone, and maybe, if I go back and forth from iOS to Android, it's always refreshing, whether it's a Samsung phone, whether it's a Pixel phone, whether it's a OnePlus phone, they always seem to have some type of iteration of a fingerprint scanner, whether it's built in the screen, whether it's actually a physical button on the actual phone. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is, Apple, you need to just make sure you need to bring back Touch ID. Now, I don't think they're going to do it. Out of all the rumors, I don't think Touch ID will be anywhere found in the 13, but I feel like, once again, these times, man, what's going on in the world is so up and down. We have our good times, we have our bad times, but at the same time, the smartphones is our everything. So to be able to access these with a no hassle way is what it needs to be. So having phones that have options to get in, whether it's face unlock, retina scan, fingerprint scanner, whatever it could be, those things are clutch, man. I feel like Apple just saying that, we're not giving Touch ID anymore. We're just going all in with Face ID. I feel like it's just a little bit selfish during these times with so many people having iPhones and so many people not having Apple Watches that has to deal with putting the old school PIN number in when they pick up their iPhone. So yeah. Come on, we got to get some type of touch recognition, fingerprint scanner to just bring back Touch ID. And last but not least, man, I think this is the biggest thing of them all when we are talking about why people are moving away from the iPhone and going to a device like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, and that is just bringing something new and refreshing to the table. I don't care about most of the features and what's going on. This is probably one of the most important things and one of the main reasons that people are starting to realize that, yes, iPhones are amazing at what they do. I still love iPhones. They're amazing, especially when you pair it up with the whole ecosystem. It's just a wonderful thing. But there are other things out there, and outside of that walled garden, you can have a great experience. And I feel like people at this point have just been a little bit drained when it comes to iPhones. You still have the notch. We have a form factor. I mean, that changed a little bit. You kind of got more squared off edges. They changed the camera up a little bit. But when we're talking about overall changes, man, the iPhone just doesn't give you that oomph when we're talking about just truly enjoying tech. I love the iPhones and I love what they do, but when it comes to Samsung, they're really pushing the envelope. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say optimization and ecosystem and just hit you with all these Apple terms that you just can't seem to let go. But the proof is in the pudding, man. A lot of people, the way these things are selling, and you can go back and look at some of my videos, especially that video, and I'll make sure to pin it above, where I was saying that I was going away from my iPhone to put my daily SIM card in this. People were praising this and people were moving away because they're getting a little tired. They're just getting a little bored of the old school and slab design. That's what everybody says. They're getting tired of it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't blame them. And it's getting a little long-winded for me, man. So just to have something like this and just be able to watch some content, just something new, something dope, something refreshing. This is what iPhone is potentially going to need. Now, you know, you got those iPhone people who doesn't matter what they do, they're going to buy it regardless. But you'd have some people who truly enjoy tech, who likes to have new emerging tech. This is something that they are enjoying, and I don't blame them. You throw this in the mix, you throw the Fold 3 in the mix, and then that's what you're talking about, truly enjoying your device. You know, whether it's, even if people putting this as secondary device, like people are starting to get hip to the grip of foldables becoming a thing. It's something that they might want to take heed of. So I feel like iPhone, and I feel like there's been rumors that they're going to get into the foldable game, but at this point I feel like they just need to, because you guys need something to just, by the time you come out with your foldable, I think the Samsung one is going to be perfected. And I know everybody says when iPhone does it, it takes a long time. When they drop it, it'll be perfected. But I feel like Samsung isn't far to really getting this foldable game down, man. But that's it. That's my little 4 reasons that I feel that iPhone needs to take attention. They need to pay attention to Samsung and what they have going on, because Samsung are starting to sell a lot of phones, and they're starting to sell a lot of phones from people who are going away from iPhone to Samsungs to get that foldable experience. So as you always know, let's have some conversation in the comment section. I'm always down there. Let me know some things that you would like to see on iPhone if you potentially switched, you know, from your iPhone to Android. Let me know some things that you enjoy, and let me know some things that you want to see in future iPhones. But as always, you know, it's your boy, Technical T. Make sure you do all the YouTube things, man. Hit that like, comment, subscribe. Most of you guys definitely aren't subscribed to the channel, so I'm going to need you to hit that sub button because we have some fun over here. But until next time, everyone be safe. Catch you on the next one.